Hello and welcome back to Lessons in Attachment. In this episode, I am giving you 5 steps that I give my clients to help them overcome their fears, to overcome negative beliefs that they are holding, and to stop them from avoiding the things that need to be done in order for them to grow, in order for them to become and show up as the secure version of themselves that they already are inside. I want to talk to you about stretching yourself and overcoming your fears so that you can move towards the life that lights you up, the life that you crave, the life that you are supposed to be living and being. Perhaps if your anxiety didn't hold you back, or those deep rooted beliefs that you hold about yourself, or your fears about what other people think, if they didn't hold you back, what would you be doing that you're not doing now? Where would you be feeling more confident? What risks would you be taking that you're not taking now? I would expect that you fall into kind of one of two people right now. One is that you're the person people look to. You get things done, you hit the targets, you show up, you say the right things, you seem confident. But what people don't know or what people don't hear are the thoughts that are in your mind, the loops that are, on your mind, in your mind before you speak, the way you're rehearsing everything that you're going to say and how you're going to come across, the way that you are trying so hard to be liked, to be accepted. They don't see the hours you spend questioning yourself, your choices, your worth, the worry that goes on inside. Or maybe you're someone where the anxiety is more visible. Maybe you're not hiding it so much. You're kind of surviving right now. You're trying to send a message without overthinking. You're trying to meet a friend without spiraling. You're trying to rest without feeling guilty. Maybe your goals on paper don't seem as big because all you want to be able to do is order a coffee without tripping over your words. It's not about the goal that's on paper. It's not about what is bigger than what and who is doing more than anyone else. This is about you stretching yourself. This is about me helping you to stretch yourself from wherever you are right now towards whatever it is that is important to you right now. I find most of the time that you seem different on the surface, that what you're showing the world is one version of you. But underneath it all, you are carrying these questions. What if I mess this up? What if I'm not enough? What if they see through me? What if nothing ever changes? What if I lose all of this? And it's possible that in your own way, obviously or subtly, you are avoiding taking risks. You're avoiding shining your light. You're avoiding going bigger. You're in some way avoiding life itself or a goal, a dream that you have, a vision. You're saying no to that invitation. You're coming up with reasons why now is not the right time. You're telling yourself it's too late. You're over explaining yourself, shrinking yourself, dimming your own light, and you feel that. We usually feel off in some way. We feel anxious. We don't feel ourselves. It's time to break through that. Yeah, the fear is coming along on this journey with you, whether that is your fear of failure, your fear of being alone, your fear of rejection, your fear of being too much or not enough. If that is in the driver's seat, it is time that we change that. We all have fears, we all have fears. But if you're letting them lead you, if you're letting those fears shrink you, if you care so much about what someone else thinks or what someone else might say, or whether you're going to get something wrong or make a mistake, if you care so much, You are shrinking yourself. You're dismissing the value, the uniqueness, the gifts that you have to share. It will leave you feeling stuck in some way. Whether it is your dreams for a certain career, adventure, your relationships, your inner sense of peace, we have to take risks. We have to try something new. We have to be willing to go against the grain. We have to be willing to say, I'm going to show up in a different way today. And I really mean it, whether that is you're building a global business, that is your dream right now, that is where you're going, or you want to be able to ask a friend to hang out with you this weekend. Whatever the goal is, the real change starts when we begin to stretch ourselves. We stretch in, lean into the fear, not away from it. I've worked with numerous people that will tell me, is that goal a bit silly? Your goals are not silly. Your goals are not silly at all. If I'm sat with you and you are wanting to improve your self-esteem so that you can have healthier relationships and stop chasing unavailable people, if I'm sat with you because you want to be able to start public speaking or negotiating a pay rise or ordering that coffee without rehearsing what you're going to say, texting someone first, even though you're afraid of them not replying, it all counts. It's all valid and it's all brave. If it is brave for you, then it's brave. Let me tell you about someone that I used to work with. We'll call them Alex, okay? Alex is wildly successful in work, like wildly. On paper, she is literally the one that people are calling. She is the one that wants things done right as well. When it came to love, Alex kept freezing. Alex was putting her all into all other areas of her life. And every single time that she felt vulnerable, she had this thought around, if I'm myself, they will leave. Firstly, just acknowledge that. If I'm myself, they will leave. Imagine showing up to that on a date. Imagine how that impacts your dating, impacts your relationships. And who does that mean that you have to be? If I'm myself, they will leave. So who are you going to be instead? So working together, we ran an experiment. These experiments are so important, such a huge part of changing how we think about ourselves and actually getting truth, not just trying to argue with ourselves internally. We ran an experiment, not in theory, in real life. Alex chose to stretch herself. And that meant, and we looked at what this meant together in detail, but for you, I will say that meant that she showed up to a date being herself, not this polished version, not who she thought she had to be, not wearing this mask, but being herself. And remember her prediction, they will leave. So she believed that this person was going to lose interest if she shows up in this way. Doing this experiment and us looking at what she would no longer be doing, because we have these behaviors, we have these things that we do in order to wear that mask, in order to be someone else. So she experimented with leaving that behind. And guess what happened? She genuinely had the most fun, most incredible day that she had had. And that date did lead somewhere. That date created a change for her because she was able to see I was myself and they were still interested. I was myself and we had such a brilliant time. I was myself and the world did not fall apart. I was myself and they didn't leave. But even if it hadn't gone that way, even if they had pulled away, that would still have been a win because for me, Alex would have still been showing up as herself. She didn't shrink herself, she stretched. And that is something to be so proud of. It was an absolute bonus that the experiment went the way that it did, that it was like such a success. It doesn't always work that way, but that's okay. But we have to be willing to do what Alex did and stretch ourselves. And that's why I'm going to walk you through your own experiment today. So here's how you're going to do it. This is how you're going to stretch yourself, okay? Number one, you're going to name the situation that you are avoiding. What's something that you want to do? What's something that you keep talking yourself out of? What is something that you keep telling yourself that you're not good enough or that people are going to judge you for? If it makes your chest tighten, if it makes you a bit anxious, it's really worth noting that down because that's what we want to be looking at. It might be that you want to speak up in a meeting. It might be that you want to say no to someone. It might be that you want to ask for clarity around a relationship. It might be that you want to go out for dinner on your own. It might be that you want to book a holiday. It might be that you want to go out for dinner on your own. But list down what are the things that you want to do that you've been talking yourself out of. And that actually leads me to number two, which is that you're going to get really honest about the fear. I want you to write down what you're afraid will happen. What are your predictions? And I want you to be really honest, be specific, be dramatic if you have to be. They'll think I'm needy. They'll leave. I'll embarrass myself. People will laugh at me. I'll lose control. Get really clear on what it is that you're afraid is going to happen. This is your prediction. Don't argue with it. Just make it visible. Get it on paper so that you can see what it is that you are afraid will happen. Number three, you're going to plan the stretch. You're going to plan the experiment. What is one small step that you can take that leans into that fear? This isn't about having no fear. This is about leaning into it. It doesn't have to be a huge leap. We're just stretching. We're just taking some action. This might be voice noting your friend instead of typing and editing. This might be the saying no. This is going to probably be the opposite to what you have been doing. If you've been avoiding, you're going to think of a way that you can begin to show up. What is something that you can do that is going to test those predictions, test those fears? And then number four, I want you to do that thing. Yes, your heart might race. Yes, you're going to feel nervous. Yes, you're afraid of those predictions. Yes, you might get a shaky voice. Yes, this is true that this is a bit scary, but this is us stretching. We have to lean into this. We've got to be able to see, are things really as bad as I expect? Am I really not able to cope? Are my fears really as scary as they seem to be in my mind? You need to do the thing. This is where the rewiring actually happens. So this bit is really, really important for you creating long-term change and for you changing how you think. So do the thing and congratulate yourself, celebrate yourself, no matter how it goes, do the thing. Number five is that you need to review what actually happened. This is really, really key. You can ask yourself, did my worst fears come true? If it did, how did I cope? Did anything go better than I expected? What did I learn from doing this, from this experiment, from stretching myself in this way? There will be things to take away. Whether or not this goes well is not the point. This is about you building your confidence. This is about you doing something outside of your comfort zone. And the best case scenario, and I see this all the time, I am not exaggerating, it's going to go better than you are expecting. And take a moment to allow yourself to lean into that possibility. What if it goes well? What if I learn something from this? What if it's not as bad as I'm expecting? Give it a go, lean into it, experiment with yourself, use those 5 steps. I have got your back. I'm supporting you from afar. You can come over to Instagram, carly.ann_, and direct message me there. Tell me what it is that you're going to be doing or that you did do and share your takeaway with me. I'm just the thought. I know how well these can work. This is what I do in my day job. This is how I help people. The thought of you going away and taking this kind of action, I know the difference it can make. We don't tend to build courage by waiting. We don't tend to feel brave and motivated by waiting. It usually comes from taking action in the face of fear. Feel the fear and do it anyway. If you haven't read that book, I'm a big fan. It doesn't have to be really loud. It can be. It doesn't have to be perfect, that is for sure. We want to take action anyway. We want to get started now. just has to be real. You just have to be a human, be yourself, give things a go. That's how we get to the life that we desire. That's how we move towards what is important to us. We take risky actions. We put ourselves just out of our comfort zone and we see what that feels like, and we see what we learn and how we grow and how our confidence comes from that. And we surround ourselves with communities like this where other people are doing the same thing. Whether you are leading a team or you're learning to send a text without overthinking, you deserve to live beyond the limits of these thoughts that you have, or these fears, or caring about what people think. And I really believe that the secure life, the love, the confidence, it doesn't come from avoiding fear. It doesn't come from doing the same thing over and over again if you're feeling anxious or you're not seeing the results that you want. It comes from walking through it and the action, one stretch at a time, one step at a time. So the next time that fear shows up, instead of avoiding and listening to it, or instead of asking, how do I make this go away? Just ask, what is the smallest way that I can lean into this feeling? What is the smallest way that I can experiment whether this fear is true? Then do that experiment. Follow those 5 steps. But through it all, don't forget to breathe, relax your shoulders, and hold yourself like you are someone that knows they are worthy. I would really love it if you would subscribe to this channel, if you would do the downloading, the following, the podcast, because that's how this can grow. And I really would love it if this podcast could just continue to reach more of you.